Hello, welcome to Star Wars The Old Republic. Now, it's a game I never thought I'd be playing again, and I didn't expect to want to film content on it. Nevertheless, here we are, back in the world of Star Wars The Old Republic. One of the more old school MMOs. Probably the best Star Wars game, I would argue, that's currently available to play. So we're gonna, in preparation for the Mandalorian and Grogu movie, I've made a bounty hunter, Cara Vaughn. Now, she looks a little bit weird, a little bit different, but bear with me. I'm gonna try and learn the game again, and I want to try and get to a good stage where we can do flashpoints, ops, and hopefully bring in my good friend Nerd Universe. I was gonna say Clarissa, but that'd mean nothing to anyone. Nerd Universe, congratulations on 125 subscribers. It's huge. Hopefully you can bear with my newbiness and help me learn how to play the game again. But yeah, in today's episode, we're going to try and get on with the main story, get some items equipped, and hopefully get a few levels. I've picked Sniper, which is something that I haven't really played before, I will admit. So it's something I need to learn as well. But nevertheless, let's get into this playthrough. It's my favourite ship out of all the classes. 100%. It really does remind me of the Razor Crest, so that's kind of rage bait, but yeah. I'm a mouse droid. Warren guards. Welcome to Hutter. The game really does have some incredible cinematography, you know. This is some world building, character building that you don't get in many MMOs, especially modern MMOs. So props off to whoever it was. Night Sword, I think, before they gave it up.
Almost set up. See if you can't get that security network running, Mako.
Sure thing, Braden. We'll be... hey now.
Hey, indeed. The main attraction is here. Team, this is the girl we're pinning all our hopes on. Best shot I've ever seen in Nerves of Steel. She's great hunt material, all right. What do you say, Hunter? Ready to meet your team?
My team. I like the sound of that.
Absolutely.
Get used to the idea. To win the Great Hunt, you'll need support, structure, and intel. Let's do things official-like. This is Mako, little genius I picked up years ago in Nar Shaddaa. She provides intel and tech.
Hope you're as good as the old man says.
And the big bruiser is Jory. He handles the heavy lifting and provides security for our base of operations.
Atungi ma chechu, I kutsig nang kihe.
Just do your jobs and keep out of my way.
You're a real ray of sunshine, aren't you?
All right, enough introductions. Down to business. We're here because the Great Hunt has been called. Little Mako is the most rabid fan of hunter history this side of Geonosis, and even she doesn't know exactly what the Great Hunt entails.
I do know the names of every great hunt winner, though. Bloodworthy, the Defenestrator, Jewel and Nightbringer.
Every bounty hunter who's won a Great Hunt went on to massive glory and riches, which is why we're here.
Personally, I'm just here to kill people and cause damage.
Then you won't be bored, because we aren't here to make friends.
Here's what I know so far. The Great Hunt has two groups, the Mandalorian Elite and freelance bounty hunters sponsored by influential crime lords. There's no time to make you a Mandalorian. That means you need a sponsor.
Nemro the Hutt runs this stinking little town. I've got just enough pull with that gangster to get you an introduction. Mako, scan for every bounty in the area. I want the nastiest, most brutal, untouchable scum you can find.
I'm on it, Braden. One nasty character coming up.
We need to get you situated as a big-time hunter, at least as far as the locals know. Then we contact Nemro. Mako will plant rumors about your off-world exploits. But you have to take down someone impressive and local to sell the reputation.
You find a target, I'll take it down hard.
How's that scan coming, Mako?
Found something. Check this out. Vex Corellian, champion quick-draw artist, wanted for robbing 15 Imperial military pay stations.
Togawata Kiko Uba Kiriwata Buki Donko.
Perfect. This Vex is either a madman or a glory hound, and he's obviously dangerous.
Says here, Vex has a safe house in the bad part of town, right in the heart of the madness.
I'm sorry, but I can't sit here listening to all this. It's going to mean my video's like 7 million minutes long. So, I'm actually going to cut that out when I do my edits, because most of you have probably been here, done that all before. We don't need to go back through all the cutscenes. It's just going to take too damn long. Okay. Let's see. Search for information on Vex. Vex. That's the one. Not Vax. Definitely not. Snipe. Let's miss. Damn, I'm a noob. Hey, yo. So it's Braden. So from what I gather, obviously I have played a bounty hunter before, but I usually do just skip through all the cutscenes. So from what I gather, we are a rookie, an unnamed bounty hunter, and to seek recognition and enter the Great Hunt, you need to either be Mandalorian, which Braden said will take too long, or sponsored by an incredibly wealthy, powerful, possibly foe, but in this case, it's more an hierarchy. Oh my lord. Episode 1, and the mumble jumble's already started.
I'm just saying, I want to... Hey, great.
Well,
Hey,
So our first quest gives us a new sniper. 3 times as powerful. Now we need to run up to Vex's hangar. I do obviously have Legacy on this service. I'll probably eventually swap some money over.
Stupid thugs. Time to break out the big guns.
Whoa. This is one of those here world events. I'm gonna get involved. Why not? So, from what I can gather, on every world you go to, these random worldwide events sort of spawn in, and it means that you and anyone else around here can get involved, work together. I'm gonna get my whooped because nobody else is helping. I tell a lie, somebody actually is, but I am at this point going to die. I don't really know what to do. Hopefully, if I kill this guy, the robot is going to lock onto somebody else. It'd be a really bad episode if I just died straight at the beginning. And I've now triggered combat with 7 more dudes. Right. So that is not allowing us to... What are we looking for? Control a battle droid, control a battle droid, control a battle droid. This is kind of crazy. This isn't the kind of content I was looking to bring, but for episode 1, probably not the worst idea to get back involved in trying to learn combat on the game. I've always thought the combat on SWTOR was pretty slow, pretty tedious. It's not my favourite, but it's not bad by any stretch of the means. It's just... I know, it doesn't feel as good as other games that I play. Oh, hello. That's kind of cool. I really didn't expect to be doing this. I mean, it's like quite slow pace, but have we not just destroyed the... I thought we destroyed the big droid. Why are we having to do that again? So we need to kill 15 of these guys. You would have thought, being a railgun, it would have done AoE damage. Unfortunately not, I suppose. They don't want it to be too easy. But at the same time, this isn't great. Is nobody else doing anything? Do I have to destroy it again? Okay. So it just didn't trigger the fact we destroyed it a second ago. That's okay. Maybe you've got to have spawned in as the battle droid, combat droid, whatever the heck we are. So I will go as this guy. Trigger. Ah, right. So it doesn't actually... If I kill them, it doesn't count for other people. Nice. So it's essentially every man for themselves here. I'd have thought that you sort of teamed up with each other. But apparently not. Oh my. Apparently not. And this thing seems to be disconnect, right? So I can disconnect if I want to. Honestly, this has been such a poor start to the episode. I might even consider cutting all this out. I might, yeah. I think I'm going to cut all this bit out. This was a load of womble. But, essentially, guys, what happened was we had to go and take control of Battle Droid, kill 15 of the gangsters, and then destroy the bigger combat droid. To get that done gave me 1700 XP, almost another level, but I'm going to have to cut that out because it was really boring. I'm sorry, that made some awful content. But yeah, I mean, the Maul series comes out in 4 days' time. I'm very excited for that because Sam Witwer is an absolute godsend when it comes to, well, mainly anything Star Wars, but I would go on the more broad scheme of anything sort of nerdy, and he's probably got a fairly good opinion, and he's someone that you can rely to bring worthwhile product. Oh, what? So we are on with Vex's Mercs. I'm going to try and kill him on the way to his hangar. It's just... He's one of my favourite... He's not even an actor per se. Well, he is an actor, but nowadays he's more known for his voice acting. He is probably one of the most talented voice actors. You know, I was thinking to myself, I was speaking to a friend at work today, and he's been a part of my life, which sounds weird. He's been a part of my life since I was a kid. I played The Force Unleashed 1 and 2 when I was younger. He was in Battlestar Galactica, which is one of my favourite shows of all time. And then, obviously, he turned into Maul, and he's voiced countless other characters. And it's looking like he's not going anywhere anytime soon. You know, he could possibly be cast as the son of Mortis in Ahsoka Season 2. That'd be quite a cool... Yeah, that'd be quite cool. I'm not against that. But at the same time, he may not want to, or Disney may not want to go down that route. I'm pretty certain we are getting a Mortis arc in live action. That was pretty clearly hinted at, but yeah, Ahsoka Season 2 could be an absolute bomb scare, you know. It's one of those, we didn't need Ahsoka to begin with, the show, and it definitely didn't go in the right direction per se. But Season 2, even if it's just about Clone Wars clickbait and flashbacks, and that makes money because you get Anakin, Obi-Wan, Ahsoka. Everybody wants to see them all back together. So it would semi be a success just based on that alone. You can argue it does just fall under the whole filler, mid, money, cash grab from Disney, which is what Star Wars kind of has turned into, which is a sad state of affairs, obviously. But you can't really... If they didn't release things that were just cash grabs and they weren't making money, the future of Star Wars would be pretty more, you know, it would be a lot more bleak. It could possibly be quite finite, whereas the way it sounds, the way it looks to be going, it could be almost infinite. They could reboot the originals, they could retcon the sequels, redo them. There's so many different things that they could possibly go down and explore. I wish in an alternate timeline you could say, oh, I wish Lucas never got rid of it, man. But then you wouldn't have had some of the highs, like Mandalorian Season 1 and 2. Some of the highest highs in Star Wars history. Yes, then we did have to deal with the sequels and the Book of Boba Fett. But we did also get a fairly good... was the final season of the Clone Wars good? I was under the impression it was. However, I had a conversation with somebody the other day and they said it was pretty mid, apart from the final couple of episodes. My argument for that is it was more just a Bad Batch epilogue. They kind of shifted the focus from the Clone Wars. At that point, you don't need to end the Clone Wars show. Just do another season. You still can, but just do another season. Heck, even to a live-action Clone Wars, you know, it would guarantee money. It would be poorly written, probably poorly executed, but it would make money, and we get to see Hayden again don the Clone Wars attire. But it's one of those where I think the time's passed. You're not going to get that now at this stage. But yeah. I appreciate we haven't achieved very much, and I've waffled an incredible amount, but I think just for episode 1's sake, I'm going to end the adventure here. This playthrough should be fairly consistent. Leave a comment down below with any recommendations or armor sets you should look into getting, because I do have enough cartel coins to hopefully get a decent outfit. I would like to look pretty cool. So yeah, thank you for watching. Please like, comment and subscribe, and I'll see you in episode 2.